Hello friends, welcome back to the Transport Fever 2 Metropolis. I'm your host, Colonel Failure, and I'm doing one of these slow, glidey intro things where I show some of these bits that I've been working with since you were last here, which I imagine was in the last episodes. Oh, look, that's new. Yes, it is. I've been undertaking a small amount of additional work in order to bring things forwards a little. Now, as we look on the approach to Ironforge here, you'll see that we now have our flyover fully in place, and it's looking rather magnificent, even though I say so myself. It took ages. It took a very, very, very long time because, as you can probably see now, this is what it looked like before. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not leaving you out any longer. I'm going to show you some of the things that it took to. Thought I'd give you a nice view to start off, and you're going to be all like, "Come on, Colonel, why don't you put this on video? Why didn't you show us building this thing?" Because I look at it, it's there, it's real, it's happened, and you kind of go, yeah, it definitely has. If we look at what we've done, it is the Ironforge branch, obviously, which now completes the run, going from Ironforge through the kind of spur out to Ankh, and then running down. I did some trees as well. Look at that. See, look, it's nice. Hang on, we'll ride on this while I do my opening pontificating. There we go. That's what you call attention to detail there. That's nice, but we will ride on the front bumper so you can see what's happening. Or will we? No, I could use this as the thumbnail and people will be like, ooh. Well, I might not, I don't know. But it looks quite nice. I put in fences, look, and they mostly look like they belong there. I went to town with the tree gun and then deleted all of the excess trees. So why wouldn't I show this as a video episode? Simple, really, chums. And that's because I've got a lot of this to do. And I didn't think... Well, firstly, I knew that first time out it was going to take me some trial and error to get there. And it did take a couple of hours to get it done. And therefore I wanted to go through that learning curve without going, yes, no, yes, but no, on a video, because too much of that can be too much of it, you know? And secondly, as just mentioned, I've got a lot of that I've still got to do. There you go. Yeah. So, how nice is this? You know, running an actual loco-hauled consist down this line, I think it's terribly faithful. Well, whatever, I think it is, which is good. And then there we go. So I'm dropping in a modicum of decoration as we progress, and I think it's I think it's about the right amount. A bit more wouldn't go amiss here and there, and so, you know, from time to time I'll just go and chuck a dollop of trees at something, and that'll make it all better. I do actually have a smidge of decoration, I think, here. No, I've not done an Alpha Complex yet. I have done Iron Frog, which I'll give you a closer look at some point, but not now. No, not now. What are we doing today? Thanks. Well, we got two missions ahead of us in the next couple of episodes, and the one we're going to do today is we're going to connect Alpha Complex up to Of City, Bongolia. Just don't. Bannertown. Yeah, we're going to hook up Bannertown to Alpha Complex. Very simple stuff, right? But I want to do a nice mountainous, coastal, threaded kind of a doodah to get there and end up about here. So we'll be moving Bongolia Station at the same time. And I mean, you know, that's enough. That's going to keep me amused, and possibly you as well. And then the second project is to build the internal loop at Alpha Complex, which I've kind of broadened the spurs that were here already. So this is the internal loop spur. Don't know how that's going to work yet. Don't ask me. Actually, so's this. These two are the out and the in for the loop spur, and then this is going to be the intercity line. That then swerves majestically to run along the coastline, heading out towards places. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's the one that goes to places. It's pointing in the right direction. Whatever, I'm not doing that today anyway, so get over yourself. Right, so plenty of town-based bulldozing to come. And what I found when I went through Ironforge, pause her on up, is that because this is a random gen map rather than one that I built myself from scratch, I mean, this map was purely random generated, and then I spent a couple of hours and probably $1 billion or so in game cards. Yeah, I know, I'm brutally taking all of this stuff out. It's alright, it'll grow back. Yeah, I then spent a couple of hours and a couple of billion on turning it into a fully featured, you know? Because it needed more mountains, it needed, I think I cut out the island in the middle entirely, tried to make it look relatively natural. I mean, you can judge for yourself whether you think I've achieved that or not, but the downside to it, he says, getting back on point, is that you end up with unlevel ground, like you would find in... I'm going to get rid of this lot as well. Hopefully I'm not taking out every last shred of population in this area, but even if I did, the world doesn't end. It'll be fine. Right. Yeah, so you end up with a lot of not even ground, and as you know already, the best way to kind of build infrastructure out is to flatten the heck out of everything and then go from there. And in fact, I'm going to do a bit of it here. Now, that starts out fine, right? I mean, that's an easy way to spend the best part of £1 million. But what you end up with is all kinds of lumps and bumps and twists and cliff sides just emerging out of nowhere because the land is so uneven. Now you're going to have someone... I'll probably have the usual suspects in the comments going, you should be turning on the whatnot tool, the flipping... Where is it? This bad boy? Yeah, you should turn on the contour lines. You're going to go, why? All it's going to tell me is it's lumpy. I'm going to go, yeah, I know it's lumpy. I can see that with my face. It doesn't help. Sometimes it's helpful. So what I have done, let's turn them back on again. What I have done in the past is I'll pick one particular elevation from the contours and then build that out to stay on that level. So not going too far beyond that particular elevation layer. And that can be helpful, but then it gets out of hand again quite quickly because the land is constantly shifting in height, and the difference between the start and the end point makes a massive change in height when you get to the end of it. So the contour layer tool definitely has its benefits, but for the most part of what I do, it's just not that helpful. It just doesn't make that much of a difference. It's not going to stop the contour Illuminati yelling it at me all the time, but I mean, you know, we live in hope. Yeah, hope. There's a thing that you should have thrown out a long time ago. Anyway, so with this flat bit here, I'm going to build out the bit of the town that I've just demolished. One thing that I'm going to do in this series, this isn't I hope to do, this is I'm going to do it, is I'm going to, and it will be on camera, is I'm going to delete an entire city. I say an entire city, an entire city region, maybe. Oh, come on, go away again. Maybe the flattening tool will sort it. No, El Smooth Reno's not getting to it. You're telling me I've got a needle to put up with now. Well, I should at least... maybe I'll fish out a lighthouse or something and stick that on there later. Yeah, I want to bulldoze an entire city slowly and then replace it slowly. And the reason for doing it slowly is so that it rebuilds, so that you don't end up in a situation where you have destroyed all of the residential or all of the industrial or all of the commercial or something like that. And then I can have a really, really evenly laid out, I'm not going to say well laid out, just evenly laid out build that could look quite good. Why are you going downhill? Because the station's on a different elevation to this bit you've just smoothed. There you go. Go on, big it up. Let's get this all flat along here. Not that this track needs to be flat, you understand. I'm doing this by way of demonstration. and that's all fine. The bulldozing of Iron Forge, incidentally, you made your needle bigger. Oh, brilliant. That cost. How much did that cost? I think about 40 or 50 million, something like that, in total. By the time you count in the, don't see, look, you've done more. There you go. That bit smoothed back out again. Oh, there we go. No, you could have. That's okay. I like that. That's a feature now. That's not an error in brush movement at all. There we go. Right. So we'll leave it about there. Don't get carried away. I think I got carried away a while ago. But we're going to be doing quite a lot of smoothing on today's show. So start you mean to go on. Right. This. Yeah. What I need to do now is I need to think about which is going to be the coastal city run connector kind of deal, because we've got our four port station here, one of which is the incoming line that comes from Ironforge and Fantasy. That's what we ended up calling it. The Fantasy inbound. You're then going to have the loop line. I think it's this one. I think you've set yourself up for this one to be the one for this particular operation. I think this road is going to be history. Okay, all right, yep. Well, look, all you've got to do is just pick a horse, ride it, and then make it work later. Ah, lovely. Later's my favourite time to do anything. Right, give me... Ooh... It's all right, you can delete that. I just put that in. It doesn't really go very far. I put it in as just a little test case, just to see where I was likely to end up, where I was likely to aim for. It turns out I was wrong. Yeah, see, look, I built one cheeky little bit with a bit of tunnel, just to get a feel for it. It's okay. No, I'll take that out now. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It'll be like you missed nothing. Yeah, just like you missed nothing. And you who's about to say, hold down the shift key, just shut up. I don't need to hold down the shift key. Sometimes I do it, but it just feels more fiddly. Yeah, I know. The trees get in the way, and I gripe about the trees getting in the way, and that looks more fiddly, but honestly, it feels more fiddly to hold down the shift key. If you hold down the shift key, right, what it does, if you've never tried it for yourself, while you're bulldozing, if you hold down shift, it just bulldozes all of the same thing. So if you're on trees, for example, and I bulldoze a tree, it will only target trees. Useful, but no. That's good. All right, okay, we're going to end up there. We are going to allow it to go uphill a little bit, because I have a feeling that the other end is going to be at a slightly different elevation. Plus, we've got all of this cliffside gubbins going on. And yes, just in case you're wondering, the aim is to ride this from end to end when we're done. That's the aim. Of course, that's rather dependent on me actually finishing the job. Yeah. Do you want to go any higher than this? No, actually, I think we'll stay where we are now. Yeah. Oh, it's so nice. I may need to come back a bit to get this corner. Yeah. This is supposedly a moderate to high speed line. Alright, well, go as far as there, because we know we like that. Long sections of track. If you're changing your elevation, you want long sections of track, because that smooths out any curves you've got going. Oh, look at it! Would you look at that? Now, here's the challenge. The challenging bit is just around this corner. I don't want to wind my way around here, because that's going to lead to a 90-degree corner at the end, or a big hack through, which may not be the worst thing ever. I was thinking of a decent-sized suspension bridge to get across the gap there. That's what I was thinking of. But now that I've pulled off this corner, I might not do it, because this corner's managing 285, still in kilometres. Yeah, I know. It involves me firing up Transport Fever and then changing the measurement before I start recording. I'm not going to record me changing the measurement midway through. That's a level of professional. You could edit it out. Yeah, I know, but who has that kind of time? Right, good. So I'm thinking something like that. Oh, that could look quite nice. No, I think you're on it. I think I think it's money. Okay, right. So then we'll go, and we're just going to use the standard suspension bridge for this, because I think it's going to look great. It's all the way down the far end, obviously. There you go. It looks great. It does, doesn't it? Doesn't it look great? I mean, No one would build that because they would just carry along the mountainside and bleed the speed off. Plus, it drops to 180 anyway, so you're already losing speed. Yeah, but it adds a little bit of visual intrigue along the way. Plus, if you're going to build something so gaudy, you would have it in a place where people could see it. Otherwise, it would be known as one of the great unviewable bridges in the world. Actually, I don't know if that's true. So, do some research, people. In fact, some of you train folk out there might even know. So, in fact, no, let's say some of you bridge people out there might know. Do we have bridge people? Well, almost certainly. There can be no better channel to go to if you like a bridge. Right, where are we ending up? Way low. Very, very low. Oh, I'd expect it to be a bit higher than that. What if I do this? Still off by absolutely miles. You should have looked down. Oh, no, hold on. You could end up here, having gone underneath the city, and therefore not having to bulldoze the whole thing. It's a really long bit of underground, though, and you know we're trying to avoid that. Okay, all right, back it up. Yep. No, back it up. No, look. If part of the aim here is spectacle, then lean into it. And part of the aim here is spectacle, so I'm leaning into it. All right. Now we want the bridge to be flat, so I'm going to have to back up quite a long way. See, this is why sometimes I build stuff on my own. Because, you know, there is trial and error involved. I'm just kind of going, yeah, it's almost there, but not quite. See, I thought that this looked like the right kind of height above sea level. What are we actually aiming for? So it's about that far. I'm measuring it with my fingers. Yeah, it's about that far. And we need it to be about that far, which isn't, it's not that much difference. No, there's enough difference there. Okay, all right. We'll go back to tunnel 1, which I think is this one, and we will increase our upward climb during that run, but largely build what we just did. Largely, yeah. Okay, that's good. It's an adventure. I like it, and this is also why I regularly. You know this already. Nobody new is watching this. This is all people who've watched stuff before. But it's why I regularly switch direction midway through building stuff and end up going from the opposite direction because it allows you to iron out. Go about as far as here, and then we'll smooth it out from there. It allows you to iron out slopes and curves and all of that kind of stuff. In fact, I'm not entirely sure that was the right thing to say there. I lost track of what I said in the first half of the sentence. And that doesn't always happen. I'll tell you why that happened. It's because all of a sudden there was a big flurry of leaves coming down outside my window. That's why I'm the best at this, you know. Oh yeah, that's why no other video channel comes close to what I deliver here. Is nobody else is going to tell you they've got leaves going on outside the window while they're midway through building a moderately straightforward bit of rail track. This is going to be a slightly more flamboyant bridge than we had first time around. Grab the scrolly scroll. There you go. Ooh. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, well, you would. Flipping 60 million quid. Do it. Yeah. You've only got 30 million left. You are going to need to calm yourself. Yeah, you know how I had 30 million left? Yeah. Not so much. Unpause the game. Right. Okay. I'm just going to go and. No. You know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a loan. I could pay it back fast enough. Right. Okay. Brace yourself. Right. 2-finger mouse clicking, and let's go. And yeah. There you go. Yeah. All those years, but playing Daley Thompson's decathlon weren't a waste. Yeah, go on, rinse it, son, rinse it. Give it a flipping beans. Remember, you've got to buy a train at the end of this as well. Yeah, I know. But once I get the game unpaused, the magic money printer will be back on. So we'll be... Oh, flipping it. You remember you've got to pay all that back off again. Yeah, I haven't got a problem with paying it back off. No, it's the mouse clicking that's the problem. There needs a repay entire loan. Or repay loan amount. That would cover all eventualities. Or certainly quite a few of them. All right, okay, so we went from a moderately inexpensive bridge to one that was flipping heck. I love it. And we've still got to get through the mountain. We are through the mountain. And in exactly the right place. Actually, that's a little high. We want to be lower than that, ideally. All right, well, you've got this as an option. I know what I want to do here. I'm gonna try and splay this out just enough so that we can run a line that comes in down here. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, tasteful. Yep. And once again, that will facilitate avoiding having to bulldoze most of the town. All right, go as far as there. How does that look? Adequate. All right. This is not going to be cheap. No, but the good things rarely are. Yeah. Oh, no. Break the surface and then stay on the surface the rest of the way. Yeah. What about that cliffside? Now, you see, the problem with building cliff sides like this is you end up with it looking geometric, and you try and avoid it looking geometric if you can, because it ruins the sense of, yeah, okay, I buy that as plausible, especially when it starts doing this jagged business. Now, it does limitations of the way that the graphics are designed. And there's always going to be some limitation or other. And Transport Fever's not bad, you know. It's not bad. Especially, and when you lean into it and do it properly, you can end up with something. Oh, I hadn't realised I hadn't done the other side of the tunnel. Now, historically, this ends up being a bit cheaper because you're using Snaptrack, but it's still more than I'd prefer to spend. And okay, we better unpause the game. Yeah, I think because I had a sudden dawning realisation that I might struggle to find the money to actually put a train on. Oh, another flurry of leaves. To find the money to buy another train. Dear me, man, will you focus? Ah, why should I? I'm having a lovely time not focusing. Alright, how about that? Alright, and then keep going down, swooping around. You know what you should have done? I'm not doing it. You know how you made all that lot higher? You made it too high. And you could have come in at a much nicer level. No, I like what we've got now. And I think it's going to be visually interesting. And hopefully when we ride on it, we won't suddenly find that we're on a roller coaster. What are you doing here? Regretting the last bit of track that I built? Okay, fine. Back it up some. Yeah, I think we are going to need a cheeky tunnel here, so that's part of the course. And as long as the tunnel remains cheeky. Oh, that's cheeky. Yeah. Lovely. Yeah. Now, we are approaching the end of the run at this point, so I'm not too fussed about 164's a little slow, but I'm not too fussed about losing a little bit of space. Oh, cheeky bridge. Well, this route's got everything. It has got everything. Where are we going? Are you actually going to aim for the existing station? No, I'm going to switch the existing station to sit here, I think. All right, then you've got a pretty abrupt turn coming up. Yeah, this town's not big enough to warrant having more than one station, unless I were to do it in a light rail fashion. But I think the way to do that would be to tram it. Tram it. Yes. Right, slap some of this. Give it some of that. What do you think? Jolly green? Oh, I don't see why not. Yeah. Super. Yeah. This may all be subject to a little bit of revision, just to iron out some of the corners, to iron out some of the ways that it's developing. But fundamentally, I'm okay with this. This is coming out quite nicely. Right. Complete your turn. Try and maintain a reasonable level of decorum when it comes to speed. Okay, so, well, if you wanted it to go in there, don't forget you've got that line to do as well. Well, in which case, about here is going to be golden, right? Yeah. How high up are we? Could do with being just a little lower. Well, we can go double down for the last. You're already double down. Oh, no. Okay, well, then we need to go a bit further, don't we? Okay, plan B would be continue around the outside of this bit. Yeah, that's a word. Here. And then swing in last minute and pull into the station. Yeah, I could do that. Okay. Yeah. Right, okay. Anyway, look, don't build that. Let's have a look at the station and see what we're working with here. A single track job. And all of this lot in the way. Right you are. Now I'm going to have to turn the pause back on. Oh, yeah, you never actually unpaused. That would explain why my income was growing at a disappointing rate. Yeah, you don't have to actually take that station out, you know. You could just expand it. Yep, can do. Right. Okay, okay, that's what we're starting with. You're going to need to do some smoothage here, I think. Okay, well, look, see, I mean, we started the day smoothing. There's no reason not to continue in the same vein. Yeah, build that out about. See, look how fast you get a flipping plateau build up. Isn't that something you can see your dentist to get sorted out? Yeah, very good. You're welcome. You know you really shouldn't be congratulating yourself for your own gags, right? Other people do. Alright, okay, fair enough. Just, yeah, bit of this. This is getting out of hand. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's not the same height as that either. No, it's not. There you go. Give it enough of this that you feel alive. Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing I've learned, the only thing better than spending 10 million flattening out a bit of ground once is then spending another 10 million on flattening out again. Oh yeah, that's yeah, okay, all right, just stop now. No, you've had enough. Behave. There you go. Thank you. Right. Is that sufficient, do you think? Yes. Probably. Okay, what do you want to do with this station? This. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's just... There you go. Right, take that back to there. You lot, get out of my way. In fact, just do that. There you go. And this... Yeah, and that. Okay, now sort this ground out because it's an absolute shambles of a mess of a shambles. Right. Okay. What train are you going to run on here? I'd love to run the HST, to be honest, to start with, but I know that they cost a pretty penny, so that might not be something that we can work to originally. Also, you got the bus stop here, which is your main station bus stop at the moment. And it's at a different height than the station. What you need to do, don't do it, is this. No. Well, you know what I always say? What's that? If you've spent 10 million quid on flattening out a bit of ground, then another 10 million quid on flattening out to another elevation, why not spend it again on flattening out to a third elevation that is the one you should have done originally, and that might actually have been the one that you did originally that you then reflattened before flattening out again. Just such a waste of money. I know, right? But it's quite... Don't you think it's quite pleasing that even though I'm making, you know, money hand over fist at the moment, I still run low on occasion? You're only running low because you're terraforming thousands upon thousands of tons of landscape. Your problem being... I don't really have a problem, per se, other than, you know, that I do have a problem with you, fundamentally. Now, should we make this a 240? Well, the station in the middle is only a 160, I think. All right, well, let's keep to 160. I have experimented with building super long stations in the past, and you know what? You don't need them. You don't. There's the only things that need super long stations are freight trains, and then if you're trying to, you know, proper aggressive build some very, very attractive, swanky, long US-style freight trains, then 320 metres is not going to cut it. You need a kilometre or more. And I have built a kilometre-long station. Yeah, I know, there you go, that'll fox you. Pronouncing it both kilometre and kilometre back-to-back, and both are correct. It's frightening, isn't it? Right, give me a large main building. That's too large for a station of this magnitude. A medium main building is perfectly acceptable. If we flip this over here, we'll put a bus station, do the bus station first. bulldoze that, wang in a bus station, right? Because I wanted it to inherit the bus stop that was there. Right. We're going to smooth that? Yeah. Of course we are. Oh, no. There you go. That's better. That's it. No one needs to be sad. That's the job. Okay. The lozenge is lit. I think the lozenge has been lit for a while since you bulldozed the track here. Yeah. Let's put in a chunky lad in there. Lovely. And coming off the chunky lad. I mean, that's going to make it work worse. Don't worry. I know that. That's the thing that I know. Attempting to use this. No, aren't we going to switch to trams? Yes, we are. Well, then something along these lines would work. You're not wrong. Give me that. It will handle buses in the interim as well, so that's all good. Okay, right. Now, get that to slot neatly on there, which it will do. Just got to get your spacing about right. In fact, if we were to shove this along to about there. Yep. You reckon? Yeah. I'm not thrilled about this bit of road. I'd be tempted to take the whole thing out, but this will suffice for now. And then the smallest amount of... No, put the station in first and then the street in afterwards. Right. Okay. Slot this in. Absolutely nailing the edge of that. Like so. That's pretty good. Do you want to put a depot at the end of here? It would be useful to have. Yeah, it would be useful to have. Hopefully we'll be able to get a bit of road in there to take it as far as the, road. I'm sure you'll make it work. Go on. There you go. Does not need tram track, but thanks for asking. Yeah. Do you want to try it again? You're not quite parallel there. I don't think I can get 100% parallel, I'll be honest. But if I were to do that... Okay, well, do that then. Okay, I'm doing that. Yes. Yeah, okay, that looks ish. It does. Ish. There you go, right. And then just go like that. Okay, that way it doesn't matter that it's a little bit asymmetric. And then you've got some lumps going on there. This is why all the best builds that you see are going to have had quite a lot of kind of physical reshaping of the environment in order to make it work better. It's fine. I mean, it's a valid way to go, because I was sent a really terrific build by, name escapes me. Yeah, great way to give a name check this week, and running with all costs turned off, which is an entirely valid way to play. I'm not shaming anybody for playing with costs turned off, because Transport Fever really is a fantastic game for doing fake model railways, or virtual model railways. And under those circumstances, you're almost... Why have you used old track, new track? Just stick to new track, son. Stick to new track. I might do a special old track section somewhere. Don't say that. You've already had the heritage nutters going, you should do a heritage line. And you don't want to poke that bear any more than you absolutely have to. I love the heritage, guys. It's fine, but at the same time, steady. Right. What are you sticking out the end of there? Oh, I'm going to fold it into a depot. Well, I mean, that's as inevitable as the sun setting in the evening. How are you going to do that? You've not got a lot of space available. Fold it into a depot, park some stuff up in there. It's going to look absolutely bonanzally brilliant. That's something you've made up. Right, okay, buildings on the other side will go with the same again, except longer. And that way it will look like a station that suits the magnitude that we're looking for. Really? You're doing that and you expect it to look good? Because it looks like you've just repeated the same lumpy bit all over the top of it. Ah, yeah, but then I'll pull out some swanky roof action. Please hold. Swanky roof Oh, crikey, that's build the whole of King's Cross. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll crash the game. That's a bit of old and new kind of merger, if you go that way. Yeah, maybe. Try a bit of this. You gotta find the. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's the ticket. Oh yeah. See, this is what the people are going to come here for. They're going to go. Oh, I like to catch a train from a greenhouse. All right. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah, and then a bit over here. Targeting that is a bit of a pain, but it works. Eventually it goes, oh, I see what you're trying to do. Oh, let me help. You can go, oh, thanks. I like how that's slightly different width. I think that's quite cool. That'll do. Yeah, that's good. I'm not going to cover over every single station that I have, but I will cover over some of them. Yeah, I'm just putting that out there. I know you weren't asking, but I thought I'd fill you in anyway. Right, let's put some track down here. Think about this carefully, dude. You've got to make it look good. You don't have to make it look good. Yeah, but it is preferable for you to make it look good. If you want a depot in here somewhere... maybe I don't need a depot in here somewhere. Maybe I just want it to have the option to do stock changes. Yeah. I'm uncertain. You haven't got enough space. The alternative is going to be on one of these. Right? And that's possible. Making it look good is going to be a challenge. You know what? Slap it in. Alright. You come round there like so. Yeah. I think 3 might get round there as well. Yeah. Okay. And then you're going to need to start folding these in. Yeah, that's okay. That's good. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't look right because what you've not got there is if you're having a siding like this, the one thing sidings need is a bunch of space, and the one thing this doesn't have is any. Yeah, it's a road depot. Nobody cares. Yeah. No, you could now fold that one around the outside of there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, things are occurring. It's not working. No, you are building foolishly. I don't know. I don't know. I know, and you've built foolish. Look at that. It doesn't look like anything. It looks like it should go somewhere. What if it were to go round here? You know, that might actually work. Yeah, it might. You're going to have to do some jiggery pokery with regard to getting it all to line up. I think this is the right line. All right, see what we get there. What have we got there? It's frankly insane. Done. Yeah, we'll take it. I'm going to make it work. All right? Yeah, I know this is speed restricted here as well, and that's okay because we're on... Well, I mean, the amount of wigglage you've got going on is anybody's guess. All right, so give it some of that. Yep, okay. And then, did that actually inherit the bus stop, do you think? Let's have a quick check. I think it did, you know. No, Banner Town. No, it's not the power line. The power line comes out of here. Wow, this is all kinds of confused. This thinks it's the train station, and this thinks it's the road station. I'll have to rectify that in just a moment, but that can wait for just a moment. Yeah, sticking a bit more track down there. You might as well sell the whole thing. I was going to stick a little building in there or something, but actually I think it will look better if I do this. Yeah. Yeah. My original plan for today, you know, was because I noticed that what I'd been doing was doing all of the convoluted build while recording and then going away and tarting something up while you weren't watching. And I thought, oh, a nice switch might be do the convoluted builds while they're not watching, and then do the tarting while they are. That would be different, and therefore add a little variety into the show. Yeah. Is that what we've done here? No, we're kind of doing a bit of both. So I'm quite happy that I've sort of fulfilled the agenda that I had, but not so much that I'm going, oh yes, perfection. You didn't want to do that? No, I didn't. I actually had a better idea that cropped up mere moments ago. Yeah. Not this side though. No, that side you still want to do that. This side was the one where you were going to continue with multiple tracks, which will lead to the depot. Okay. Yeah. If you've got a straight enough section that a depot feels like it belongs there. Yeah, if you were to now peel this one off over there like so. This might need a second take, but we'll give it a spin. Okay, no, that's good. All right, and just run these two down here somewhere. That's going. You've got to keep going down. You've got to stay on the flat. There you go. That's it. All right, keep going. Yeah, a bit more. Yeah, there's obviously some junction work is going to be needed here, but it's okay. We'll do that now. In fact, let's see. You know what? I haven't got many depots to choose from. Yeah, I haven't got many depots to choose from. I'd like more depots to choose from. Well, you know where to get them. Oh, I know, but you've then got to find it in your list of mods to add and all of that kind of bit. You didn't need to delete those, and it just creates extra drama and hassle that you don't need. There you go. Peel off about that way, like so. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, the only thing that matters after doing this is that I put enough gubbins nicking around on these this bit of the track that it all looks fine. I've got a very good mod, and it is part of the collection, which allows you to build a static consist out of any train, including mods that you've got installed. It's dead good. It's exactly the kind of practical that you want out of life. Depot in a hole? Well, I guess that's what we've ended up with. Alright, with a bit of tarting up, that'll look alright. Okay. Alright, follow the tracks in, make sure it can get to where it's going. Let's go to this station, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, it is. Alright, which track do you want? Inside or outside? I don't know, but prepare to be confused. Right, inside, let's call that inside. Yeah. Alright, so going up here, you've got these two, which turn into this one. Yeah, which carries on out that way. And if you put a cheeky little switch in here somewhere, then you'll be able to accomplish all of the things that you set out for yourself to accomplish in life, generally. That ain't gonna work. Try it, see what you get. Too much curvature, son. I don't think there is too much curvature. I think it's just like I think it's just the game said there's a lot going on here, and I don't fully understand it. There you go. Do that. That looks nice. Yeah. It's not about it looking nice. It's about, does it do the job? I'm fairly certain that'll do it. Fairly certain I've got enough switcheroo going on there that it should be able to pull it off. And you know what? The more I look at this, the more I go, yeah, you know what? I'm comfortable with that. Needs a bit of a rework. This bit here, I don't like leaving big gaps. But that's okay. Unless you're intending to leave big gaps. I'm not a big gap preferer. So you want to come in on that track? Oh no! Oh heavens to Betsy! No, we've created ourselves a swan neck. That will never do. Go straight. Yeah, we're going through their back garden, aren't we? If only they knew. Right, take it all the way back here. You've got 3 tracks on there, and you only need 2. Just saying. Run it to the middle. There we go. In fact, I think you've got 4 tracks there. Yeah. And you only need 2. Yeah, I know, it's okay. But it's an opportunity for another bridge. Oh, love it. I love it. Also, that's going to help me in a moment when I try and lay in the in-town infrastructure. Let's keep this one simple. There you go. Jolly Green? Yes, she did. Grand. I like that. That's a thing I like. And then we'll also run this one out here. Why? I don't, because I think it might add to the functionality, you know. Well, you've got the old bridge pillar collage going on now. Have I though? Have I really? Are you sure about that? Because I'm not. I don't think I have got a bridge pillar collage. If there's nothing for it to collage with, huh? No. Okay, and then you're going to need a crossover there so that the trains can switch tracks. And we'll do it right close to the station because nobody else will be using this anyway. Now, that old bit of track, so those are the two tracks that are redundant. Obviously, that's from the original build that I did here. And they're great, and they're fine, and they're lovely, and super, and the rest of it. And I want to try and find a use for them at some point, but I'm fresh out of ideas at the moment. I'll be honest with you, though, I've not really looked. I've not really considered where it could run to. But as long as it ran to somewhere interesting, I think that could form quite a nice piece of something or other. All right, that all looks good. Lodging says, train's confused. Yeah, okay. All right, don't worry about that. I'll unconfuse you in a moment. Power line's broken. Oh, the train's confused because it's trying to go to... Yes, okay. Yeah, I get you. Right. This I would say is the important bit. Oh, yeah. What's that then? Well, I've now got to switch these two over. Yeah, you are not you're a bus station. Stop getting ideas above your life. I was going to say station again, you see, which is what would work in a sentence, but then I'd use station too often. How the heck are you going to make that work? Main road, Bannertown. Yeah. You can't just change the names and it fix it. No, because it won't. No. You're going to have to do flipping route rebuilding. Oh, it's not so bad. Shut up. All right. Okay. So, manager line, wherever it says power line, Bannertown. Yeah. Take that out. Done. Add station. Yeah. There. There you go. Main road. Oh, look, it worked. Okay. Well, yeah, you fixed that bit. You've still got to fix the bus lane. All right. So the other track is going to come in on the other side. This is an interchange. There's no through services from here. Not at the moment. Maybe later? No, I don't know. But not at the moment. Okay, right, now you've got to fix these as well. And then you've got to rename all of this lot. Yeah, that's fine. All right, talk to you. Hello. Yeah. Manager line. Oh, we're going to need more buses here. Where were you going? You were going to Main Road. Okay, cool. All right, so you're not going to Main Road anymore. After North Street, add station. Bannertown. Yes. Does that look right? It really does. Okay, now grab the other one. So that's... What was that? That was clock wouldn't. We need clock would. Just find a bus, man. Find a bus. And there'll be one. There'll be a bus. You haven't got enough buses on here. There's a bus. That's on the clock wouldn't as well. Alright. There'll be a bus. There's one. Look. See... Okay, right, manage the line, switch out Main Road, yeah, and add in Bannertown, add station, Bannertown, right, are you using different termini? No, of course not. Alright, we'll move from 3, you have 1, there you are, lovely, right, that should be all of you happy. Who's belly aching? Train 1, still a bit confused. Well, I'm fairly certain I electrified the station. I have. Okay. You're just confused because I did all this while it was paused, right? Yeah. It doesn't know where it's going. Alright. Whip it. And whip it. See? See? I've been here before. We know the job. Why is there only one passenger on board? That seems wrong to me. That does seem wrong. Yeah. Oh, it genuinely does. Okay, alright. Good. Right, change the name of this. This becomes Bannertown. I'm quite happy for the bus stop to be called Bannertown as well. That's okay. Right, I need to tart this area. I shall do that offline. All right, this area needs to be worked out, and it's going to be the normal stuff, right? Where I've got a road going down here, so that I can get some build up over there, and then we'll thread under this little bridge, smooth that out to get that to happen. Something over this side as well. Don't exactly know what. Let's talk trains. Can I, from this depot, accomplish a new train on a track? Maybe, but you're probably going to need another switch here. Okay. Incidentally, there, my fellow countrymen, I use the term switch rather than points because, yes, I know that that's the American way of saying it, but it's also way fewer syllables and therefore makes a lot of... just a time saver. Oh, I mean, I've only got a certain number of syllables left in me, you know. And therefore, saving a bit of time here and there it's a good move. Right, new line. We're going to go from here. Yeah. And then we're going to end up here. Yeah. Right. Look at what it's decided to do with itself. Well, you don't have a switch here. Yeah.
Set of points.
Yes. Which you're going to need for now, but later on we won't need, because obviously this is going to be a massively long coastal service. And I think because I can't afford an HST anyway, from now I'll run with just some cheap electric business, and then maybe I can get a couple of them on there. There should be enough demand to make that happen. Oh, there'll easily be enough demand to make that happen. Yeah. All right, now look at the route. Yeah, still unhappy. You know what you've done wrong here? Yeah, I know what I've done wrong. All right, take out Alpha Complex. There you go. Signals first, then build the route. And that way, the route will work in accordance with the signals as you have set them up. That's upstream, so that's downstream. So you're going to want a signal there. You sure? I confuse myself so frequently. Yeah, put one there. And then we'll have a double set up here by this tunnel. It's really unlikely that I have... Oh, wait, you're actually going to want to set some of these one way. Yeah, I got you. It's really unlikely I'm going to have that frequency of train that this is warranted. Why don't you have the train stop on the bridge occasionally? Because that's not what bridge engineers would prefer you do. Yeah, well, sucks to be them then, doesn't it? There you go. Right. Yeah, we are going to ride the route. I know this is a long episode already, but I don't think any of you who have reached this stage are going to go, oh, no, skip riding the route. I can't be bothered with it today. No, I think I've seen enough. Yeah, I think that's going to work for a resounding none of you. Right, okay, now add your other station. Okay. Oh, this is going to be magical. All right, there we are. And with a bit of luck... That's all done that. Let's just make sure that we don't have both of these trains using the same platform. No, do you want to give us a name first? Yeah, okay. Well, if we're looking at it, this is the West Coast Mainline. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's like from the real world. That's going to upset people. You can't... Oh, dear. Right. Just have a quick check of this. Oh, it's not this end that we're bothered about, actually. It's the other end. Right, yeah, that's solid. And then the other end. Let's have a quick look. What do we got? Both sharing the same platform, bruv. Ah, shame. I know your name. Okay. West Coast Managed Line. Switch Bannertown to Platform 1. Platform 3. Don't like it. Okay, what don't you like? Maybe change it to a colour other than this mucky tan. Filthy brown. There you go. No, and stop closing that down. You need to look at it. So it's quite happy coming in that way. Obviously, we're just lacking a set of points to put it on the right track going back out again. You're lacking a set of points to shut it. Alright, okay. It's alright. We can make that work. Yep. Okay. Give me some track. Yep. No, because that's all station track, which you built for no reason at all. You could have built that using regular track and possibly made this curve a little bit less curvy. No, keep going. It's this one. It's this one here. Maybe we can get in. Can we sneak in there? No, you can't. Okay, keep going. It's this one here. It's this one here. Right. There. Go on, go on, go on. There you go. That's got it. Not the quickest junction you're ever going to see, but it works. It works. Thank you. Yeah. With all that track, there is plenty more space for that to happen. But again, it's very unlikely we're going to see queuing there anyway. Right. Fire something up there. Can we get a train over on there? Oh, why are you asking me? From here, yeah. Yes. No problemo. Okay, right. Buy a train. I've got 35 million quid. I am prepared to spend all of it. Speak to me of an HST 202 and yeah, what's that going to run me? Go on, add that. 37 million quid and I've got 37 million quid. It's meant to be. Takes 176 passengers. It's okay. I think you've possibly just killed your profits. Whatever. Right, go. Let's go. West Coast Mainline. Activate. Choo choo. All right, here we go. What are we talking about? I was talking about using that in-cab view as the thumbnail. It's gonna be the HST, isn't it? Bear. Oh yes. You're 2 million in the hole. I'm pretty certain the profits I'm making already can offset the ludicrous cost this thing's going to represent. If it runs full, it makes money, right? But it's not going to run full. And that's because Bannertown doesn't have enough demand to warrant filling an entire one of these. Be good if it did, though, wouldn't it? It would. It would be good if it did. Actually, I quite like this consist mix. Personally, I know this is fairly realistic. I'd always switch out your buffet car, take out one of the first class cars, push the buffet car back one, add more standard class. There's always more demand for standard than there is first. You know what else? The station isn't long enough. Yeah. You know what else? It's got into the wrong platform. Oh, for crying out loud. Wait for the lozenge. Alright, let's up the tempo. Maybe it'll sort itself out on a subsequent visit. I'm sure that's 3. Yeah, because every time you add another platform, I mean, it can load from there. It's going to have a penalty in doing so. Yeah, it's just gone into the wrong platform to start with, and it is longer than the station. Except it's not, because I built this extra bit of track, knowing in advance something. Oh, what? You can't do what you need to? You do surprise me. I gave you almost what you needed to get to the right platform, but not quite. Okay, right. Look, you, depot. Depot. Go to the depot and just wait there. I'll be back for you in a moment. I need to put in a bit more track. You're going to go, well, I'm sure you would like to put in a bit more track, but you haven't got any money. No, the magic money printer's working. Look, there you go. Right, pause it up before the magic money printer runs out of money. Right, let's try that again. I'm going to rebuild this junction while you're not watching, and when I do, it will look better. Okay. You need something that does something like that. Yeah, you're not going to get it there, though, are you? No, I rather think I'm not. What else could you do that might do the job? This track here. Why have you made this? Oh, here you go. This is your solution. All right. Okay. Yeah. From there. Yeah. Right the way across onto here. All right. Slip all of those points, and you'll be fine. All right. It's certainly good enough for what you need to do now. Yeah. Okay. Can that now get out to the depot? Yes, it can. Right. Put this thing back into service. Yes, I will. Right. Slap it, please, on the West Coast Mainline. And you, go to the right flipping platform. Up tempo. We've watched it majestically come out of the depot, so I thought as a second run we'd have it roar out of the depot at Silly. There you go. Still looks good, though. It still looks good. Yeah. Here we go. Right, now, no, slow it down. Right, we want to see if how badly it doesn't fit in the station. very badly. Oh, it's so close. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to want to up. You're going to want to up the length of that station. That's fine. That's fine. Can be done. AI is getting involved. That's good to see. Right. How many passengers aren't you filling with? 14 currently. Oh yeah. Oh, magic money printer. Here we go. Right. Get on board. Well, that's not worked. No, you're going to need to. I'm in the middle of the train. Yeah. Here you go. Right. Just over here. Down a bit. Is that something that you feel like you can do? How would one go down? Sorry, I'm pausing while I try and figure out how to get a little lower perspective. I think you're going to have to follow along, you know. I don't think you can do the ride in. Okay, all right, hang on. I'm not going to unpause until I've got a camera angle that makes me happier. All right. Not enter the cockpit. No, just follow it. I can't remember how to do that. I think you are doing. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. About there. It's not good. Maybe you should have just picked out a regular little normal train to ride on to start with. Oh no, we're going to try and kernel cam the whole thing. There are going to be so many views of loveliness along here. Hang on, let's park up about there. This will be a nice view. Ish. No. Thanks! Oh yeah, great time to give me a flipping alert about something I don't care about. That's not working. Get on board. Why would you have me sat in a flipping? I don't want to sat in a flipping. All right, this will do. This will do. We'll ride it in the traditional way, the way we used to fight. Honk honk. All right, because I mean, as much as anything, this is about evaluating for roller coasters as well. Here is a heck of a suspension bridge. Worth it. Worth building. Just so worth it. Now, it's got a bit of a bend in it, but not so much that I'd say no, not valid. Although we'll see how it goes. We're not there yet, so we've got to, you evaluate on a moment-to-moment basis. This is quite severe. No, it's okay. It's okay. I was thinking the tunnel was broken, but no, it's a cheeky peekaboo section. Oh, love it. Yeah. You're going to need some kind of reinforcement over those tunnel entrances if you want to do it properly. Ah, you know what? That's quite clean. Yeah, it's a bit swoopy and so forth, but it is clean. And that's certainly acceptable. You were going to rebuild the other half of this town today? Oh, no. Yeah. The train is so long, it can't get onto the correct track. Yeah. I mean, this station's ripe for extension, and that's not a problem, but it's currently going to be overlapping the points. Is it? Yes, it is. Look, it's there. Alright, well, pause it before it turns round, and fix it before it realises that it's backed itself into a corner. Alright, just do... Whoop, that. I'll fix it. No, don't worry, I'll get it fixed. Don't you worry. Whoop. Don't you... No, way! I didn't mean to take the track out. Steady on. Oh, overzealous much. That's custom signals for you, though. Yes, I know. Custom signals are fantastic to have. They add so much to the look and feel of the thing. But rarely, if ever, does a custom signal have a custom hitbox for removing said signal. They always have a hitbox that is like, more or less anywhere. If you click about 5 miles away from the signal, yeah, I'll let you remove it. No, not there. No, wrong pixel. Right, there you go. Go on, sit there. Yep. Right. All fixed. Train is oblivious. 21 passengers on board. Gonna need a few more than that, son. I'm just putting that out there, just so you're aware. You are going to need a few more than that, or you can have asymmetric station design with one side being much longer than the other. That'll look good. Yeah. Right, there you go. That's your lot for today. I've been Colonel Failure. Stay tuned for more adventures. Feel free to watch other videos that are on the site. Some of them are good. I'm not telling you which ones. You'll have to figure that out for yourself. I'll be back next time where this will have been transformed, not by much, not by a massive amount. Nothing that you haven't seen me do 100 times before. Yeah, and we'll work on the horror story that will be the reshaping of whatever this is. Isn't this the Distoburbs? It is the Distoburbs. We will be reshaping the Distoburbs. This is the shot that I want. This is the shot that I want. Is it? You sure? That might be the shot that I want. Yeah, I think that's the shot you want. Right there. Groovy. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.